And his inside trying to represent the home turf here at the old No1 Speedway. In the Man Motorsports number 86 Longhorn chassis out of Truman, Arkansas, it's the silent assassin of Kyle Beard. And your front row for tonight's Cal Patty on the outside, currently second in the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series. He hails out of Prattsville, Arkansas, the beating seat near Capital C8. That's going to be Hollywood Timothy Culp. And your pole sitter, he's got a couple victories to his name here in a modified and a late model. And the Royal Charcoal Krigler Timber Harvesting, number 12. He was your quick qualifier, one heat race number 1. He'll lead us to green here tonight out of Alton, Missouri. It's the Hillbilly Rocket of Scott Krigler. So 24 cars, 30 laps the distance. And $5,000 on the line. They take to the formation race fans. We can never say thank you enough. You're the best there is. You spend your hard-earned money with us, and this is our way to say thank you. So get on your feet, because out of turns number 3 and 4 and down the front straightaway, this is the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series at the Cal Patty. Ticket number 470, 539. Who's it gonna be? We'll go green. The VP Racing Fuels Making Power Start Zone. Krigler, Cole, Beard, Robinson, Moyer, Melvin, Armstrong, Stevens, Cole, and Mitchell will be your top 10 to get this one underway. With the New Vision green flag in hand, the Cal Patty at old number 1 is officially underway. And it turns 1 and 2. Krigler going to drive up the racetrack, try to take the line away from Culp, side by side for a second. Culp and Beard nearly make contact. Culp will use the momentum around the outside as we stay green, beating and banging through the field. Give lap number 1 to the Hillbilly Rocket. Scott Krigler, winner during winter heat here a couple years ago. Can he find victory lane once again? That 12 machine. He's got 3 victories on the year, all of which coming at the Monette Motor Speedway with the ULR8. Looking for his first Comp Cam Super Dirt Series victory of 2025, and he is set a torrid pace out front. Already a second advantage over the C8 of Timothy Culp. Culp bobbles, Beard's got company. Here comes the 1 of BJ Robinson back there for the 3rd spot. That's going to be lap traffic in the early going of this one. Going to already catch the 31 of Easton Bollinger here in just a couple laps. Got one slow on the front stretch, and oh my. The C8 of Hollywood Timothy Culp will bring out the Mr. Dent Collision Repair Caution flag. Caution light is out, will go green this time by 3 laps complete, 27 laps to go. In the Cal Patty here at old number 1 Speedway. Caution's brought to you by Mr. Dent Collision Repair. We go back to green, the VP Racing Fuels Making Power Start Zone. Back underway, good start for Kyle Beard. Beard and Robinson going to follow Krigler turns 1 and 2, and he's going to be under fire from both of them. Robinson looks for the lead. Here comes Kyle Beard trying to split the difference. Krigler going to try to protect the top shelf. Here comes Robinson on the bottom, side by side for second. Give it to Robinson. Big wreck at turn number 4. As we'll go on the first red flag of the night, the 2 of Charlie Cole went around. The 75 of Terry Phillips with nowhere to go. The 7W of J.C. Waller, the 88 of Chance Mann, the 12 of Elam, 31 of Bollinger, 91 of Chris Jones involved. There's the 87 of Sean Mann and the 54 of David Brazil all involved. Number 12 Longhorn chassis this weekend out of Alton, Missouri. Will have control of the field, fire back off the VP Racing Fuels Making Power Start Zone. And we're back underway in the Cal Patty. Good start there for Beard. He'll go side by side with Robinson in turns 1 and 2. Beard going to rock it around the top shelf. He's got ahead of steam. Krigler bobbles. Here comes Robinson. Nearly 3 wide for the lead. Into 3 and 4. Robinson on the bottom. Krigler up top. Krigler bobbles. New leader on lap number 5. It's BJ Robinson. Robinson looking for his first win of the season. He'll have the top spot, but here comes Scott Krigler. Got that 12 car rolling once again. About 2 car lengths back from Robinson. Krigler goes to the top and turns 3 and 4. Can he get the momentum to catch Robinson? Robinson right around the inside of the racetrack, and he's going to lengthen that advantage that time by. 6 laps complete, 24 to go. Here comes Kyle Beard to the outside of Rodney Melvin for the 3rd spot. 2 very distinct lines being ran right now as Robinson starting to lengthen the gap between him and Krigler. Krigler now going to try to hold up the charge to Rodney Melvin. The bottom seems to be coming in. Krigler and Beard sticking to their guns on the top in 3 and 4. Melvin's going to take the second spot away, at least for the time being at the line. 8 down, 22 to go. Into turns 1 and 2. Krigler going to bobble. Beard has to take evasive action and maybe a tire down for Krigler. Slow car down the backstretch. It's Scott Krigler, your early race leader, will bring out the third Mr. Dick Collision Repair caution flag of the night from Scott Krigler. Krigler has not rejoined the field after a couple courtesy laps, but we're back underway. And the Cow Petty side by side for the second spot, Beard and Melvin. And it turns 1 and 2. Beard going to try to make the outside work. He's going to get that right rear hooked up. He's going to drive around Melvin. Can he get around Robinson? Kyle Beard, winless 1 season ago. Can he find victory lane at his home racetrack? That time by, he's showing some speed. Can he close on Robinson in 1 and 2? Robinson going to try to protect Beard. Going to drive around the outside of him down the back straightaway. Kyle Beard, patented line, drives around the outside of B.J. Robinson. Third different leader on lap number 10. The crowd goes wild at old number 1. Kyle Beard giving her all she's got. Can those tires hold up for 20 more laps of abuse here around old number 1? Flashback to 2 years ago. He took the lead but cut a tire and had to drive back through the field. Saw Ethan Dotson get his first ever Comp Cam Super Series win. Here comes Mr. Smooth, Billy Moyer. Oh, how the racetrack changed under the caution. Everybody was on the bottom. Moyer's on the move, looking for win 855. He'll drive around Robinson for second. Now Moyer slider line in 1 and 2. Robinson tries to battle back. Moyer bounces it off the cushion. Kyle Beard has got to put a gap between him and Moyer. Last time by, it was 0.6 of a second between the Hall of Famer and the 2-time series champion. This time by, lead stays the same. Now Beard going to lose some ground in 1 and 2. Here comes Mr. Smooth. Moyer donating a brand new wrap in that blue 21 machine. Looking for his first win of the season. 14 laps down. 16 laps to go. Kyle Beard doing everything he can to hold off one of the best in the business for the last 5 decades. Mr. Smooth, Billy Moyer, stalking the silent assassin. The assassin becoming the target. Can he hold off here at his home racetrack? Robinson runs third. Here comes Chandler Petty around the outside of Rodney Melvin for fourth. Chandler Petty on the move. He's trying to get on a podium spot. He'll go around the 27 and set his sights on the 1 of Robinson. Lead down to 0.4 of a second, just past halfway, 16 down, 14 to go. Down the back straightaway, here comes Moyer. Beard really backing up his corner, trying to hold off Moyer, get a good exit off of turn number 4. Both of them sparking the wall in turn number 1. Lap traffic about to come into play. It's David Brazil. He's been running the top. Does he leave a line for Beard? He does not. Beard backs up the corner again, drives to the bottom. Can he get around Brazil? Put a lap car between him and Moyer. He does with 18 down. 12 laps to go down the back straightaway. Moyer's going to try to get around Brazil on the bottom. Down the back stretch, he will. Petty around Robinson for third. Now Moyer going to run the middle of 3 and 4. Beard up top. 2 more lap cars sit right in front of the 86 machine. That's Bollinger and Sean Mann. Beard going to look to the outside. Nearly loses it in turn number 2. Keeps the car on the racetrack. We stay green. Coming around, 10 to go at the old number 1 Speedway. Kyle Beard, 0.3 of a second. That time buys the gap between him and Moyer. Petty runs third, Robinson fourth. Beard has nowhere to go. They're racing for position. Mann and Bollinger get together. That's going to slow up Moyer. Moyer feeds a right rear to the 31 machine. Mann slow on the racetrack. Sean Mann trying to stay green. Out of the racing group. Is he going to exit the racetrack? Beard, Moyer, now clear of lap cars once again. Hard hit there for the C8 of Culp as the 87 exited the racetrack. 8 to go. Here comes Moyer for the lead down the back straightaway. Mr. Smooth, Billy Moyer, looking for his second win of 2025. Won a couple weeks ago at the Brownstown Bull Ring in Illinois with the Hell Tour. Win 854. Will it happen right here in his home state as he is the current Midwest U-Metal Marks man leading the Comp Cam Super Series point standings. Coming around this time to complete lap number 24, 6 laps to go. Beard's got to get around Henson. Big slaughter at a 1 and 2 for the 86 machine. Does Henson check up? He does not. They make contact. Henson will slow in front of Moyer. Now Moyer makes contact with a U2. Moyer's now clear of the lap car with 5 laps to go in the cow paddy. Into turns 1 and 2, Beard on the top, Moyer through the middle. Kyle Beard has to hit his marks. 0.4 of a second last time by between your top 2. Petty runs third, Robinson fourth, Melvin back in fifth. Moyer stock in the 86, this time by. Still 0.4 of a second between the 86 and 21. Slow car on the racetrack is Chance Man. Kyle Beard has to slow as the 88 exits the racetrack. Now Moyer checks up as well as he had pushed in 3 and 4. We stay green with 3 to go. Kyle Beard has to hold on for 3/4 of a mile to pick up his first win of 2025 in front of his hometown crowd. Moyer's all over him for the lead. 2 laps remain in the cow paddy. Back into 1 and 2. Beard goes back to the top. Moyer through the middle. Beard able to open a 4-5 car length gap now between him and Moyer. The bulletproof tees, white flag waves. 4 corners remain for the solid assassin. Into turns 1 and 2, Beard staying right around the top shelf. Moyer starting to fade a little bit. Does he have one last Hail Mary through turns 3 and 4? He'll get it done here tonight at old number 1. Kyle Beard wins the cow paddy. Second goes to Moyer. Third goes to Petty. Fourth goes to Robinson, and fifth goes to Melvin. We'll talk to your top 3 on the front stretch.